Okay, let's see if this holds. If this works. Hello. Hello, hello. Fart noise. Hey, Jen. It is. Kinda. Oh, you can put filters on this? Huh. I didn't know that. Oh. Look at that. 2 for 2. YouTube's on a roll. Whew. What does that say? That looks stupid. What's up with all the hands, though? I didn't know there was filters on this. Shit. That would make those days that I don't really want to do anything. There you go, Mike. There's your trippy bubbles. Our Lotto Max is at 60 million, so I got 9 other people to go in with me. Just spent $100. There you go. Yeah, our Powerball's at like 300 million, I think. One of them, and then Mass Millions or Mega Millions, something like that, is up there too. So plus 48, $1 million. Nice. Good luck, John. I bought tickets too. Cause I'd be happy if I fucking just would like enough to buy a car. you know? Well, good luck, Muffin. We have one at 508. Not sure which one. Is that Powerball City? Because I know when I went to go pick up Powerball the other day, yesterday, I went and got Powerball. I didn't even look at what the jackpot is. I never do. I buy one Powerball and one Mega Millions a week. I just need to win like $5,000 to get a car. I'm good. I will be good. Powerball's at 300 plus. Mega Millions is almost 500. Oh yeah, see? So I bought the right ones. I bought the right ones. The price is right. I have to refill my Raffabilia. It's at $10 entry instead of 5. I think you should leave it at 10. Well, no, it's not tax free. Like if we win the lottery, we get tax. Like, all right, so whatever. This is the way I always like figure it out because I've known people that have hit like 100,000 on the lottery. So if you hit like in Massachusetts, if you hit, it's like half of it goes, and you take that one lump sum, half of it goes to taxes. And then you have to pay a GED capital gains tax at the end of the year. Canada, the winnings are tax free? No shit. Oh, yeah. We have stupid taxes. Massachusetts, I think it's like New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts. Yeah, I was just gonna say, Amy, like, I think I saw the other day because I find it interesting when they do like cost of living. Like the three most expensive states to live in is New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts. It's stupidity. The amount that we pay in taxes, you would think like we would have um like better roads, or wouldn't have to worry about like ice in the winter, and like I don't know. Massachusetts tax you for everything though. And even New York though, when you drive into New York, you have to pay a toll. No, you can go into New York without paying the toll, I think, but coming out, every road is like a toll road. Yeah, California's up there too. Honestly, if I ever won enough to build a home, I would go to Arizona. I loved it there. We have all right, so in like Massachusetts itself, and this is kind of where the whole Obamacare came into play because of Mitt Romney, but Massachusetts, they made their residents obtain health insurance. So we have, hey Maria, you live in Atlanta. Mm-mm. We have like we are mandated to get insurance and keep insurance. You loved Atlanta? All right, Nina. I think you would be better in like NOLA. Mm, Corpus Christi. Never been there. We made homemade pizzas tonight, and granted, I'm not supposed to eat it. Um, but we made steak, mushroom, peppers and onions as one. Did just a normal pepperoni, and then did peppers and onions on another one. Yeah, but living in NOLA is no living in Florida. One good hurricane, you're fucked. I mean, truth be told, Mac. Look at what happened there in South Florida. You know? Bitch, Florida will go underwater like that. Y'all get those sinkholes and shit where the earth just gives way. Mm-mm. Nope. And to be honest, I would just buy an RV and travel. Like, I would buy a home, but I would travel. I'd buy an RV, travel the whole United States and Canada, and then go overseas and travel. How aren't you below sea level? Sinkholes are crazy. My cousin, the one of the first houses my cousin got down in Florida, she kept sending me pictures because one day, like her backyard ended up with like four huge sinkholes, and they ended up having to move because another sinkhole gave way like smack dab underneath their property. So they had to like leave there. Mm-hmm. Sinkholes are bad. I would never live in Florida. Like all my family, like I've got a big chunk of family down in Florida, like all over the goddamn state. Nope, you ain't catching my ass there. Hey Angie, on a GB trip. What's a GB trip? No, I would buy a little fucking, not a little, but I'd buy like a decent sized fucking RV and just take off. How's the unicorn princess, Angie? Oh, welcome back, Angie Gail. Oh, Great Britain. I want to go. If I could go overseas, I would go to Ireland, Portugal, Italy, Greece, Egypt. Like I wanna. I'm not too big into like going to like France or like all those like. I definitely will never go to like Russia or any place like that. Like fuck that. I don't want to go any place cold. And then I would go to the Caribbean, but definitely not during hurricane season. Yes, Italy, all the carbs. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I watch a lot of travel vloggers. Yeah, Ireland, Greece. Well, I'm Irish, so I would want to go there and just try to see if I could like track down where my family actually came from, because everybody on my father's side is dead. So I have no idea. Oh. I have no idea. Oh, for fuck's sake. I want everywhere hot. You should go to Alaska, Muffin. I want to go to like Mykonos and was it Bali? Like I would go to all the islands except for Hawaii, because Hawaii is like in an island of fire right now, and I'm good. But my ass would have to get some good fucking sleeping pills to go on a plane for 16 hours. The Maldives. I don't know. I guess I'm weird. I watch like a lot of travel vlogs. I watch a lot of even on Netflix. Like I love like the travel vlogs, and then I watch a lot of people that like go travel and eat. Like that would be my thing. I'd be a big fat fuck because I would eat everywhere and I would eat everything. Dude, I watched Nina thing. You know what? All right, so let me touch on that real quick because that bitch pisses me off. I saw the first one where she had the little boy. Hey Trina, how are you? Um, how you feeling, Trina? Yukon instead. So she had little boy in the thumbnail, and like she had been talking about how like she's mentoring the family and yada yada yada, and I'm just like whatever. Um, and then she put him in the thumbnail, and I was like, I can't watch this. And then I watched like the first, I want to say like 5, 7 minutes of that sit down one that she did with him. And I'm like, nah, I can't do this. Like, she's trying to get involved in this child's life because she doesn't have her own child. And she's exploiting a 5-year old who doesn't understand the concept of YouTube. Like, the parents are fucked up for doing it, and so is she for encouraging. Greece, where the Big Blue was filmed. Ooh. It's not child abuse, and here's the thing. Every kid wants to put on a show, okay? Like I don't know about your kids or when you were little or whatever, whatever. But like my kids always like to perform and put on a show and they want they want everybody to watch. Well, that's cool. But there's a difference between doing it and then enjoying the memory and or recording it for like say later on where you can show them when they're like 18, 25, or when they have kids. Um, you know, and then putting it up on YouTube. There's just some things that shouldn't, I think there should be an age limit for these kids that are fucking on YouTube. No, I don't, Nick, and that's why I took my kids out of the ghetto. Yeah, she's, And I'm starting to wonder if the kid isn't like a child of somebody she's fucking, either the mom, or the dad. Because she's been talking about how she's been bringing food to some lady like an awful lot. Oh, you're fine, Trina. I don't know. It just, yeah, like it just seems strange to me. And then she put up a vlog. What was it, yesterday? I watched that one. And she's over there talking about people's work ethics when it comes to fucking YouTube. And it's like, all right, she's a single woman, like no kids, no man, she's got a dog. Like you can devote all of your time, your energy to YouTube, to putting up your vlogs, your eating shows, your whatever, whatever. Like that, fine. People with real lives, like jobs maybe outside of the home or even jobs in the home, children, husbands, wives, like they don't got all that time where they can spend 8 hours solid to worry about lighting and pictures and thumbnails and editing and filming and oh my God. Like nobody in the real world that has a job outside of home or has a child or multiple children that don't record them for YouTube does that. Mm-hmm. I don't get that. She said in one of her videos about the ex that she doesn't keep in touch with them, but in a video she's training, her ex in the background. Mm-hmm. She doesn't understand, you know? And that's the thing. Like, could people be awesome YouTubers? Yeah, sure. But look at the people that are putting up content 5 days a week, who, like Tati, for example, okay? And no shade on her, but she doesn't have an infant. She doesn't have a child to take care of. She has, a stepson who is more than capable of taking care of himself because he's old. He's older. She has a husband that works outside of the home. So while he's at work, she could be recording. And when he is home, that's when she does her little check-ins, for like the foundations and stuff. Um, and he's there, but she does it, very quickly. It's not like a whole hour-long production. You know what I mean? Peter Mon, he records, he has his husband, but during the day his husband works, and guess what? Peter's at home alone. You know what I mean? Her videos are boring. And she's hunting around for the Amazon wish list again too. Well, she hasn't. Angie, did you catch it? She hasn't been recording the workout videos yet. And she hasn't been training because she hasn't had the right outfit. Because, she needed the expensive outfit to go record the videos for the workout videos. Like, stop it. I know people that go, fuck, I'm one of those people. When I was able to go to the gym, um, like, no, it wasn't a big deal. It was a $3 men's t-shirt, a sports bra, and a pair of leggings. Like, calm down. And she keeps plugging the name of the company. Oh, she wants shoes to match the new outfit. She has gray sneakers, she has black sneakers, she has white sneakers, she has ballet shoes. Like, what else do you need? You know? And she's like, she's talking about the Amazon wish list again too, and talking about YouTuber Spotlight and da da da. And it's like, okay, well, shit me not, and I'll bet you this happens. Is she'll say, oh well, I want to get this little boy the right lighting or something like that. So she'll put it on her Amazon wish list, and then people will start buying her things again. Well, all right, so here's the thing. I was clocking this the other day. She pays her rent, her internet, her electricity, right? And whatever else that she has to pay for normal bills. Then she has her car insurance. She's going to get her car fixed. She's buying food every day at $20 to $30 a pop. She needs gas in her car. Um, all of this stuff, and you're gonna tell me that you're broke? Like, girl, bye. You need a new pair of sneakers for every time you upload a video? Go fuck yourself. You're going to buy bundles of hair, which fine, they're under $10, but how much are you paying the girl to put them in your head? You know what I mean? Like, and you leave them in for a week, which, A, that's gross. Like, you don't wash your hair for a week. You leave the braids out for like a couple hours, wash your hair, and then go put the braids right back in. Like, she's got dandruff like a motherfucker. Like, it's just gross. Oh, yeah, it will be kid manipulation. I don't know, City. I don't know. I wonder if she still has the same like amount of people in OnlyFans now since she upped the price because she got greedy with it and she upped the price. So I don't know. I mean, who eats $30 worth of fucking seafood a day? Like her butthole must hate her. So gross. And if she were to stop eating the seafood for like a week, she could afford one of those juicer machines. Mm-hmm. No, that much seafood isn't good for you. I bet you her cholesterol's fucking crazy high too. Like there has to be like as much as she promotes like juicing and shit like that, like she doesn't balance her food intake. Like she's eating a lot of probiotics in the kimchi. Like that stuff is gonna make her shit her brains out. Um, she drinks a lot of sugary stuff, the Red Bull, the C4. Um, no, she's not eating salmon. She's eating the mussels and the crab and the shrimp and and it's a constant. It's like I wouldn't want to be her toilet either. There's a reason why she's got so much bleach. And then tell me why this broke ass bitch who can't buy herself anything, right? She can't buy towels, she can't buy hangers, she can't buy her own workout clothes, she can't buy anything, but she can afford lobster. Yeah, she got roaches. Oh, her hair has always been like that. Her hair's been like that because as long as I've been watching her, she's been putting in extensions and her hair is already thin, which I think is strange because every Puerto Rican girl I know has like moderate to thick hair. She's the only person I've ever heard of that has that thin a hair. Yeah, she has roaches. Well, she had to leave. So she had to leave her apartment because she found roaches in her house and she called the office or whatever, they had to come and bomb. So she took Loyal to go get bathed. Like, first of all, that's gross that you don't bathe your own dog. As much as the apartment is clean, like how don't you bathe your dog? So she went and paid a groomer to groom her pit bull, and then she ended up leaving the dog there overnight because they lost power and there was some like long story about it. But anyway, she didn't pick up Loyal until like the next day. But she went, had them bomb the house, and then went back in and cleaned everything. Yeah, she feeds Loyal a cup of dog food plus whatever her leftovers are. and which isn't healthy for Loyal either. And then yesterday she was complaining that the dog wasn't looking good. And it's like, maybe you should stop feeding them spicy food. Hi, babe.
Hello. Hello, YouTube. That's an interesting little fucking
Yeah, look at it.
wallpaper there, huh?
Hey, Jazzy. So you can, I didn't know this, but you can put like filters on it.
Cool.
Yeah. Angie said, "Hey, Satan."
Hello, Angie. Is Jub there?
No, Job's not there. Oh, Nick, Malice got the new wrestling game. She said that's all your babies floating, Satan.
Probably.
Bentley eats like 4 cups a day, free eating. Nick wants to know if the game's good.
It's decent. It's not much different than 2K18. The story mode behind it makes it worthwhile.
He got yelled at by Alexa. I remember that much.
Well, in the whole like my player aspect, you create a very base generic dude, and then you wrestle a match in the indie circuit, and then you have a tryout match for NXT, and it's against Braun Strowman in a steel cage, or at least it was for me. And then you're still in the indie circuit because win, lose, or draw, whatever. Your guy ends up fucking himself, and Triple H pulls the contract.
He said he'd let Braun take him in a steel cage. We're not talking about that kind.
Yeah, no. See, I was actually trying to fight him off, okay? You would just beat him off, or
Suck him off.
suck him off, or get him off, or...
Oh, he would definitely get him off. He would do his typical face down, ass up. That's Nick's signature move.
Oh, Nick would do his whole face down, ass up, and I think Braun might fucking field goal kick him through the cage.
Hey, Dre. Bonjour, Nath.
However, I was asking if Jub was around.
I know.
Because I know Jub has the ability to send you the picture of the tattoo that he uses in his game.
Oh, I can DM him if you want.
So, but he just needs to send it as a PNG file. Anything else and it won't work.
Let's see. I did, Dre. Yeah, which Dre, you have a wrench in here.
That
If you
means
wanna,
can hit people.
if you wanna, you can link that your channel because I know it's not under this name. Dre has a channel that she's been going live on, guys, and she's been putting her opinions out there.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Bye. My hair's still not dry.
What happens when you keep it?
All right. Also, there's a lot of people over in that Monkeys for 35 plus or whatever over in the Facebook group. They do a lot of there are actually a lot of nice women over there, and they all share each other's Instagrams and videos and stuff of that nature. Jen Gerard goes live over there a lot. It's her, hey AJ, it's her Facebook group. It's a nice little spot. I don't go in there as often as I should. Nick kind of got me into the whole extreme couponing groups now, so I'm part of those. Oh, AJ, is it good? Is it correct? Hey, Dark. Dark's busy eating her pizza. Oh, the street. Oh, right? There we go. There's Dre's link. You guys should subscribe. Dre's a hot shit. They smell better? Really? Well, that was the one that I said that I was going to get for you. Bye, Dark. Have fun. Be safe. That's the one that I was going to get for you. That's the other thing too. All right, so let me touch base on Hood Hustle for a minute. I'm getting ready to do Christmas scents, Thanksgiving Christmas scents. And I do listen very heavily to suggestions. And I tried to cover that in my fall line. So I did the apple and cinnamon. I have a vanilla, but I'm not happy with the vanilla. I did the witch's brew. Chandra, that was because of AJ. AJ said, bitch, you got to do a witch's brew. So I said, okay. Chandra suggested the vanilla pumpkin marshmallow, which is by far a beautiful scent. Nick has a certain candle that he always gets from Amazon, and I sent him 2 different variations just for him to try. And he gave me feedback on that. Thank you, Nath. So coming into fall, not fall, but the holiday season, what would you guys like to see? Like 4 scents. That is like your normal go-tos. Not it doesn't have to even be like a candle, even though I have like the crackle candles as Chandra likes to put them. And I got the crackle candles. I got the crack candles. But even melts, because those you can put in any warmer all over your house, and if you have guests or whatever, especially bathrooms, like not for nothing, go to the Walmart, get yourself a little plug-in to the wall for those wax melt things for the bathrooms, and put them in there for the holidays. And you know what? If Uncle George wants to drop a stinky, guess what? It won't be as bad. I know Kaylee said that she enjoyed the fireside. I've got to send Nick a PR package. Not even so much PR. It's just I sent him one of everything. You love them? You know what I was going to do for Christmas is just do the clamshells, like the breakaways. Or I might do the fluted tarts. Balsam and cedar Yankee Dupe. I could do that, Amy. I might do like the shapes like Yankee does with the little fluted ones. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. I'm just like all over the place. I have a hot cocoa one that I sent to Amy. I think I sent it to a couple more people too. And it sucks because Amy's candle broke. So I've got to send her another one, but she told me to wait. But she said that was really good. And that was a suggestion from my daughter. Like we go to the mall and we'll walk around, and as soon as there's a launch for like a holiday, we go in and smell. My daughter, my youngest daughter and my son and we go in and Malice, and we go in and we just smell them. And then we pick like our favorites. I got a black licorice too. Which I've got to send that to Dark. But Also, if you guys have purchased, you can smell candles all day long. If you guys have purchased anything from My Hood Hustle, there's a section on the site that you can leave feedback if you so want to. Like, I enjoy looking at the pictures that everybody sends me, and hearing the feedback. Like, you guys are awesome on Twitter. Like, I love it so much. And I appreciate everybody supporting me in my little business venture. Yeah. Go ahead, Mike. You can do that. Mike's like, fuck you. I'm not paying customs. Well, the licorice was a special request from my friend Dark, the one that was just in here, because she loves licorice. And Chandra, Pistol Vixen, and or Unicorn Suds, she made a black licorice soap. So I wanted to wait a minute. How did you get wait. How did you get witch's hat melt lamp? Where the fuck did you find that, AJ? I should tag, what is that? You should make your own tag on Insta so all your pictures go to one place. Everybody. Well, I could, but here's my thing, Angie. My lazy ass has not uploaded any pictures on Instagram. And I have pictures because they're on the website. I just haven't done it yet. Let's see. I have a cookie recipes and the mix of molasses and ginger smell really good. Yes, I love the spell. I was gonna do a gingerbread for like the holidays. I haven't seen it, AJ. And you know what too? I was looking for them slippers that you sent me too. I haven't been able to find any of the stuff that you found at all. Let me know if you want help running it. I can always upload them for you. Bitch, you're trying to do the most. You got kids. You got a new baby. I'll do it. It's just a lot, you know? They have pumpkin ones. I haven't even seen my skull yet. Like the skull wax burner that I have, I got from Walmart last year, and I haven't even seen it. Totally gonna have to place an order. That bite me on mentioned before sounds awesome too. I love Hawaiian Punch. Yeah, it is a very fruity, like really fruity, strong fruity smell. You don't look like you gave birth, douche. You're like one of them bitches. You're like my friend Rosa. She gives birth and you can't tell. Sorry, a cute haunted house candle holder that I loved. Where, Dre? City, I haven't been able to find any of the things that AJ's been finding, which hurts my soul because she finds all the good, affordable Jack stuff. And I'm like, motherfucker. You know what I did pick up yesterday though? I went to GameStop to go get Malice that wrestling game, and I picked up another plush for my purse, and it's the Grinch. Yankee or Walmart. She has a good Walmart, right? I know, AJ finds all the best stuff. All of it. Especially the Jack stuff. Like her and I will go back and forth. Like we'll send each other pictures or be like, look what I found. Like when I found the stand-up plushes at Walmart, we had them, she didn't. And then when I went back to go get them, they were gone. I'm like, what the fuck? So I couldn't even, because that's what I was going to get myself for my birthday, and I couldn't even get them. You always find me the stuff at the Walgreens, and then I go to the Walgreens, and my Walgreens, bitch, it's sad. It's a sad, pathetic life at my Walgreens. My Walgreens is sad. Like the Walgreens in the ghetto is so much better than any other Walgreens. But because I don't have a car, it's hard to get to the places that I usually go to. Felt that. No, she shouldn't be around any kids. Oh my God, AJ, went to Lowe's yesterday. All right, so let me get into this little fucking story, right? Went to the Lowe's yesterday, and I was like, okay, I need to go because we're remodeling some rooms. So I was like, okay, let me go price the paint over there. So went to Lowe's, and I was like, oh yeah, they have the projectors. Let me go look. Yeah. Can I tell you that my Lowe's doesn't have any? None. They had like four inflatables, and that's it. Thanks, Nath. They put more stuff the other day. No projectors. I did tell Dark about it though, and she was able to find the projectors in her area. This Lowe's sucks. Um, I mean it's a whatever, but still. Our Walgreens is decent. I was shocked that there was Funko Pops. You know what though? Some of the Funko Pops that are out for Nightmare Before Christmas, there's certain ones that are exclusive to certain stores. Like Hot Topic has, I think, one or two that are exclusive for the 25-year anniversary. And Walgreens has, I think, one or two that are exclusive for the 25th anniversary as well. Um, I'm not sure if Spirit has them, but I wouldn't buy anything from Spirit anyways after the whole bullshit that Nick went through. But if you don't want to go run around to all the stores, they're on fucking Amazon too. Yeah, your projectors at Party City. I love Walgreens. You know what I found though? Walgreens and CVS were supposed to put out like the Wet and Wild limited edition stuff, and they didn't have any. So I found some of it at CVS, and then um my friend sent me some, which was nice. But I did get all the eyeshadows from the limited edition, and fucking ship me not the ones with the skulls, but the mermaid, unicorn, or fire and ice, or whatever the hell they are. And my mother-in-law took them. The lights that you can put outside that project like a figure, they have a Nightmare Before Christmas one. They project the figure of like whatever you want on the houses. You doing Halloween makeup again this year, Angie? Let a bitch know, cause I will pimp your ass out. Do you want me to change it, Mike? It's hard to find Wet and Wild. There you go. Oh, Wet and Wild is having a sale on their site because I get the emails. Um, Good girl. You should. Anyways, it's 50% off their fantasy maker stuff, and then it's 30% off of other things. The fuck is this filter? Like this one, I don't understand at all. I get all of the emails for all of the fucking makeup, and I don't buy shit. It's like I got Christmas coming up. I got too many kids to buy for. Dr. Brandt exfoliator. Hey Dre. Which exfoliator? The microderm. Mm-hmm. Well, I've got my kids, my stepkids, and then my oldest daughter's boyfriend now. I love the microderm, and I'm out of it. I had 3 bottles, and I'm out. I just won't pay the $60. Yeah, it is. The microdermabrasion. It's so good. Did you guys see the whole? All right, so the brand, The Ordinary, the owner of it owns Decium. Like that's the parent company. That man's losing his goddamn mind. Yeah, I've got stepkids. If I told you the amount of children, Dre, yeah, his posts are fucking alarming. Like he needs a mental health evaluation, like hardcore. Like hardcore. Should you try BetterHelp? Yeah, he's got kids, plus my dead husband had kids. My dead husband had 4 kids. Uh, but he only talked to 2. I've got my 3 kids. Malice has a couple kids. So, oh yeah. My dead husband liked to fuck. Like, all right, so here's the thing. My dead husband, it's gonna sound bad. So, my dead husband, he he got a girl pregnant before he went to jail. He got out of jail. He got her pregnant again. Went back to jail. Got out of jail. Got another girl pregnant, like a bar whore. Got her pregnant, and I hate to say that because she's dead now too. And then um they broke up, and I think he no, he didn't go to jail again. And then he met another bar whore, got her pregnant, and then that was that. And then by the time I had met him, um, he didn't have no like little ones. The youngest was 6 or 7 when I met him. Um, yeah, because he's a teenager now. So, yeah, he was a slut, like straight up slut. 4 kids, 3 baby fathers, and they all fucking hated me because he decided to marry me. And I'm like, I don't understand. Like, okay, you had your chance. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he liked to fuck. And then, right? So when I met him, um, I had already had my tubes done. Like I had implants put into my tubes, and I told him that I was like, I can't breed, and he's like, good, because I don't want no more kids. Shit me not. 2 years into us being together, he um he started hinting around for me to go get the reversal. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. So he wanted me to get the reversal so I could get pregnant. I was like, nah. Like I had my kids, like I'm good, I'm solid. Like I've got the ex-husbands I've got, like, nah, leave it alone. So he kept like pushing it, pushing it, pushing it, right? So like I want to say like 8 months before we got married, he was like all kinds of freaking out. He's like, I really want to have a kid with you. You're such a good mom, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And I was like, all right, bet. I was like, when I go to my OBGYN, you can talk to her. You can tell her, da, 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 right? Because the procedure that I had was irreversible. Like, you could not reverse the procedure that I had. Well, happy birthday, Sin. And I went to my OBGYN and that's what they found out. Like those coils ended up breaking my fallopian tubes. So that I ended up having to schedule a hysterectomy. And then there was no chance in snowball's hell that he could ever get me pregnant or anybody else afterwards. So I had my birthday, right? October 7th of 2012. Had my, well, all right, let me reverse that a little bit. Got married October 5th of 2012. Had my birthday October 7th of 2012. Had my hysterectomy October 10th of 2012. Died October 10th, 2012 because I died on the table. I coded. That motherfucker, we were married what? 5 days? He was at he was using that husband card good. He was over at Dunkin' Donuts and everything. Like after he found out I coded and like they had to bring me back and yada yada, like he freaked out. So he went over to Dunkin' Donuts where like he had a friend over there or whatever, and he was over there crying, saying, "My wife, she just had surgery," and I was like, mm, motherfucker, asshole. So he got like all the free coffee, and I was like, but he didn't even stay at the hospital either. Like I ended up like getting moved up to my room. My surgery was at 7 a.m. I didn't get into a room and out of ICU. Well, I was in like ICU until like 7 o'clock that night, 7 o'clock that night. As soon as I like came to enough to find out what was going on and stuff, he ended up going home. And he came back the next day at like 2 and asked me if I was ready to leave. He's such an ass. I tell you what, been married 3 times. Two out of the 3 times, just fucking dumb ass people. Dumb ass people. And then come to find out, right? Because the surgery, I had complications and whatever. Like after I had the hysterectomy, because of the tubes being torn and stuff. So I had like a few complications. I lost a lot of blood, a lot of fluids. Like I was a mess. And then I went home. And then this motherfucker started acting weird. And I was like, what's your problem? He's like, oh, well, now I can't fuck you for the next 8 weeks. Yada, 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 like running his mouth or whatever. And I was like, whatever. So come to find out, he was in, if you could see me right now, you'd be seeing the whole like quotation marks, air quotes. He was working. But he was fucking some other broad, which I didn't find out until he was in a coma and she came to the hospital and she's like crying everywhere. And I was like, what's the matter with you? And she's like, we were supposed to get back together. I was like, you do know that he got married, right? And she's like, no. And I'm like, She's like, what do you mean he got married? I was like, I was like, we got married, you dumb bitch. And she's like, oh my God. And I was like, so you were fucking a married man. How you feel about that, you whore? But then again, he didn't tell anybody that we were married. Like at all. Like when people were coming up to the hospital, they didn't know that he was married. So it was funny because I would sit down on, I spent so much time in that hospital room. Like I was there 18 hours a day. I would, and I would sit in the corner and I'd have a pillow on the floor because he was hooked up to so many different machines, like you couldn't sit near him. Um, so I would sit on the floor in the corner on a pillow, and I would just see like these random people coming in, onto the unit or whatever, and they would come into his room, and they'd be like crying and blah blah blah, and oh my god, and then they would be like, "Hi, I'm so and so. Who are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm D." And they're like, "Oh my God, I loved him so much. One girl, I'm so in love with him." I was like, She's like, "How do you know him?" I was like, "Oh, that's my husband." She's like, "What?" Ooh, ghetto bitches. Love them. Well, not in her defense because she didn't know who I was. And she knew that we had been together for 5 years. So she knew exactly who I was because I took care of her kids. And I made her son's birthday cake. Mm, gotta love the ghetto bitches. And it was kind of funny too because I mean it's funny now that if I look back on it, it's funny now. So like at the wake or whatever, you know how like you have a wake before you have the funeral or whatever, whatever, right? So we're at the wake and there's like the whole like procession, whatever. So like people come up and they say like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." So it was like me, um, it was me, my mother, my birth mother. It was me, my birth mother, his father, his stepmother who hated him, his brother who set him on fire, and his prostitute crackhead sister in this whole line, right? If you looked out to where the people were standing, there was a section of old girlfriends and then there was a section of new girlfriends. It was very strange. It was a mess. And then you had like all of his boys that were like around me. I'm just like, go away. Um, my dead husband's brother set him on fire when he was 5. So he had like skin grafts and stuff. No, you heard it right. You heard it right. Hmm. And then, yeah, his whole legs were burned. Everybody says that, Dre. Like the first time I told Nick about like I told Nick and Irish about the whole like how my husband died, and Irish just sat there and she goes, "You're so interesting." And I'm just like, whatever. Like I couldn't make this stuff up if I tried. If I tried. Hmm. Yeah. Got death threats like on the CCU ward. People were calling in the into the hospital and talking to the asking the nurses for me. And then as soon as I would go pick up the phone, they would threaten me. My husband, he died of triple pneumonia. He yeah, he was snow plowing, like he was a snowplow driver. The winter of 2012 going into 2013, and he went out for a really bad storm and he was gone for like 3 days. In the midst of the 3 days, he ended up getting sick. And then by the time he got home, he was just in rough shape and blah blah blah. Got him to the hospital. He had double pneumonia. At one point, they had to put him into a coma as soon as he got to the hospital because his blood ox was like 40s, 50s, somewhere around there. Um, And then, so he went into the medical induced coma. They didn't think he would survive like 24 hours. He ended up surviving 15 days. And then I took him off of life support. Um, but yeah, it like there was so much that happened during that whole like 2 weeks. Like he ended up getting he was septic. He lost brain function. He was on a ventilator and the vent failed. They found out he had um COPD and stage 4 emphysema and all this other bullshit. And he ended up having like a collapsed lung. And when they went to go put the tube in his lung, they missed his lung with one of the tubes. So his whole body filled up with air, which was strange to see him be a big man because he was never a big man. Um, and then he ended up getting another form of pneumonia when he got that bedside procedure. Yeah, it was just a mess. Yeah, it is, Frenchie. You know what? In all honesty, like I wasn't when I got with Malice, and this is gonna sound real bad. This is gonna sound real, real bad. But when I got with Malice, I was just looking for a dick. Like just looking for somebody to fuck. And that was the truth of the nature. Like I wasn't looking for nothing serious. I just I need to get laid. And then Malice and I started off as friends and then it just went from there. You know what I mean? Hey Bobby. When are you going live again, Barbie? Listen, to be honest, the age that I am, and after so many failed marriages, like, I was not looking for anybody to complicate my goddamn life. Awesome. Can't wait. I just needed a hard dick. That's all I needed. So I was on the date apps. That's what you do on them date apps is you find somebody to fuck. You know, if men can do it, women can too. And I've always been a very strong believer in that. So I need to get my rocks off, and that's what I was looking for. Mm-mm. Oh, damn, Nath. Everybody cheats on me. Well, not everybody. I've had some strange relationships, like by marriages. Like my first husband, I didn't know he was a cross dresser until after we were married. And I just was not ready for that. And then my second marriage was my longest. I was with him for 10 years. That was an open marriage, but there was no love there. There was no love with my first marriage either. That was a forced marriage. And then my third marriage, that was just a mess. It was just a mess. Yeah. I'm glad we found each other too. I'm not lying, son. Girl, I'm telling you, I cannot make up the shit that has happened in my life. I can't. I can't make it up. Dick was trying to convince me at one point to do like story types about my life, and I was like, nope, refuse. I refuse. That's why, like, when people talk about certain things, um, me personally, I've either experienced it or I've known somebody close to me that has. Oh yeah, cross dresser, like yelling at me because his ball sack wouldn't fit in my thong. Like, girl, bye. No, nobody would believe it. Unfortunately, though, for me, I've got receipts. Ooh, I got receipts. but they don't choose to live their life on the internet. So I don't put them on the internet. You know what I mean? Like rarely will I even mention my dead husband's name. You know what I mean? And it's not for anything beyond like he's dead, you know? And it's very true, Terry. Oh, and if you didn't hear my first hangout, thank you so much, Terry, for my gifts. I love my necklace and my stuffs. You know what, Jay? Malice has been trying to convince me to write like my life or whatever. He's like, it would definitely sell. I'm like, nah, because this is common for, people that grew up the way that I did, you know? Like we've all been touched by assault and domestic violence and, cheaters and drugs, gang violence, things like that. So, hey, Chispa. You just need to find somebody to fuck, Nath. You got the bullshit. But I'm also one of those weird people that can separate love from sex. You know what I mean? Like a lot of women can't. You'd probably read it with some lotion sitting next to you, Mike. Gross. Yeah, maybe. Chispa, how you feeling? Mm. Yeah, I kind of figured, Dre. Shoot, Barbie. Mm-hmm. You're really curious about people's opinions. Okay. Well, you got 16 people. With all the rain that we've been getting today, Chispa, my shoulder's fucked. What do you think about the Manny MUA drama? Do you think he is genuine? I think that he has I think that he has panic attacks, and I think that he has panic attacks because of the situation that he puts himself into and the people that he surrounds himself with. I don't think that his family or him are genuine about what they're talking about. I think his father's full of fucking hate. And because it's not PC for him to be hateful about the life that his son lives, I think he's just taking it on everybody else. Oh, Nath. Do I think he's a social climber? I think anybody on YouTube that has big numbers is a social climber. I think the mother's there to support her son. I think the other brother is there to hopefully get a free ride off of his brother and his company and da. I think that the father has a lot of pent up aggression about how his family turned out. He seems very controlling. I think that Manny has surrounded himself with, the very extra of the community. And I think that um, he's using certain situations. Like, all right, they gave him Xanax to calm down from the panic attack. Anybody that's ever had a panic attack knows that if you go to the hospital, you go to the doctor, and they will give you a benzo. And a Xanax is a benzo. Okay, so benzos are Valium, Ativan, Klonopin, Xanax. Okay, they'll bring your heart rate down, they'll calm you down, they'll chill you out. To say that he was quote unquote self-medicating with a prescription drug that the ER gave him, I think is wrong of him to say. When he said that he was self-medicating, I assumed that he, started drinking, or he was smoking weed, or he was doing something. They only, and I know this for a fact, they only give you a certain amount of meds, benzos, because they are highly addictive. So for him to say that he was taking them for a week or two, even if he took them a couple times a day, he was still within his limit. I think so too, Dre. Well, thank you. I just want an opinion because I've always liked him, but now Jeffree called him out and people seem upset at him, and the documentary was over the top. The documentary was over the top, and I think that night, Terry. Hope your husband heals well. I think that they're using mental health as an excuse. I think what needs to happen is either Jeffree needs to go through Rich Lux and put out his story. I think Jeffree hasn't because of either legal reasons or because he knows that if he goes after somebody who's using the mental health card, that it could be used against him. Now, I don't think it's fair that Jeffree's being villainized again. Can Jeffree be a cunt? Yes, absolutely. Why? Because he's truthful. He's very truthful, and people can't handle that. As much as people like to hear, the truth, people like Jeffree, people like Tati, people like Shane, if they're not doing it the way that their fans want it to be done, or they're not speaking the truth of their fans, then people get pissed off. And I think that's gross. My pet peeve is pretentious people. And the documentary put me off over the edge. It was so pretentious, funny to me. Right. And he still came across very cold and not genuine. And he said that his first apology was because he was on the Xanax. And that's why he didn't seem so empathetic. But what's his excuse now? Honest people don't have a lot of friends. Truth. That's the damn truth, Barbie. Yeah, I can't fuck with Here for the Tea. I just can't. It's always, I'm going to do this and I'm going to drag this and oh, nope, sorry, I can't. Or I'm going to do this and the only one that she heavily drags is Jeffree. It's like, bitch, get off his taint. Because Manny was trying to be somebody that he wasn't. He was trying to fit into a circle that he doesn't belong in. Same thing with him and Nikita and him and Gabby. Like, they don't. If you look at the way Nikita, Gabby, and Bretman all are around each other, how they act around each other, it's very warm. Like, they meld with each other. You throw Manny in the mix, he's just socially awkward. And then you put Laura in there and forget it. Well, I've been saying that for a hot minute, Trey. Laura Lee, y'all. Laura Leach. I can't with that one. Patrick Starr's latest figure on Drag Queen hacks have been giving me life. So funny. I haven't seen any of his recent videos, to be honest. I watched Pearl's video last night. Your favorite country bumpkin. She's gonna come out with another palette. It's gonna look real pretty. And it's cardboard packaging that she got straight off AliExpress. And then you're gonna get it in your hands after you pay $52.99. And it's gonna be zero pigmentation. Boob prosthetics. Oh my god. Yeah, and that's the thing. She doesn't own anything that she does. And I think people's problems with like Nikita is Nikita hasn't come out and said anything. Well, you know, what is she gonna say? And then on top of it, nobody's gonna go for her because she's trans. Yeah. Oh, I know what they were. Barbie, I want a set for me just because I got small tits. The video of her using all the palettes of everybody that is problematic. It's complicated to have a lot of friends. I feel like you have to please so many people. It takes all your energy. And that's true. And that goes for social media or in real life. You spread yourself so thin and then there's nothing left of you, you know? And I think people on social media, they they want to appease their millions of fans or their thousands of fans. And it's like at some point, and that's kind of why I like Jeffrey, is because as much as he wants to make his fans happy, he makes himself happy first. And that's kind of what has to happen. Laura did lose a shit ton though. She took a huge hit because she didn't own what she said. She was still trying to make an excuse. And her husband's a horrible fucking PR person. Yeah, Tana's video was interesting. I watched that. That was funny. I also watched her video with Josh Peck. Good night, Bobby. Are they eating Tide Pods? Did you see in okay, no shade. Well, maybe a little bit of shade. But did you see that Tide has a new commercial where it's like a baby and they have a new child-proof lock for the Tide Pods? Motherfucker. Babies weren't eating the Tide Pods. It was the teenagers. They can get through those locks. Like, stop it. What are you going to do for teenagers? No, Nikita's not going to lose a damn thing because of because because she's trans. It's just like Gigi Gorgeous. Gigi Gorgeous can come out and say whatever she wants and nobody's going to go for her because she's trans. And I think it's a double standard. Oh my god. Are they taking off their clothes though? I'm a horrible football fan because I only watch when the Patriots play. Oh, I know. She put um she put up her first birth vlog yesterday. I watched all 45 minutes of that. She's a whiner. At 2 centimeters, she's over there asking for an epidural. Girl, bye. But her baby's cute. I'm so glad she finally got the baby. Let's see. I was so sad that Messy Mark was trying to insert himself into the drama and failed badly. You know what? I don't even watch that fool. That fool needs to get off the internet and go into a rehab. Oh no, like dead ass though. I had the epidural. Sure the fuck did. But not until I was like 6 centimeters, 7 centimeters. Even with my son, I went in for my son, and he was a planned induction, and I went in with my son, and I didn't get the epidural until like it was almost too late. Oh God, chispa. They did. You know what? They stuck it in my spine, sin, and it never fully took. So like I felt like my kids coming out like in my stomach. Like I felt when they moved, down to come out. Um, I felt a lot of it. It never made me completely numb. And I've got this huge fucking scar on my back because they every time they gave me the epidural, they gave it to me in the same fucking spot. Jeez, but Messy Mark is like he's like YouTube's grinder hookup gone bad combined with a dirty underwear junkie. Mm. No, I just had one. And that's the pain that I can't stand. I can't stand stomach pain. Like, I am the biggest bitch when it comes to stomach pain. It's so bad. But, I tell you what, though, the first time they came in to give me the epidural with my first daughter, my oldest, they came in and I saw the needle and I was like, nope. And I started puking everywhere. And then even with my second daughter, the same thing. They came in to give me the epidural and I was like, yeah, I was like, don't, I told them straight up, I'm like, don't show me the needle. Don't tell me what you're doing. Just fucking, I'll just sit here hunched over. You do what you gotta do. Don't talk to me about it. And of course, the guy fucking talks to me about it. And then what happened? My nerves started going and I started puking. I'm like, stop it. Oh, you got lucky, son. I started mine at 11. My labors were always in my back. Next live, good, because my phone's dying. So I will meet you guys over there. Yeah, $100. You're unfollowed. All right, guys, I'm gonna end this. I'll be over in next. Talk to you guys later. Well, in a couple minutes. Bye. As soon as I figure out how to end this. Why won't you end? Stop it.